And then this afternoon, I fired up Carrion, which just came out on Xbox and PC. I'm not sure if it's on any other systems at this moment. I think it's supposed to come out on the Switch. I don't know about PS4. Weird game, man.
So before you dive in, and just correct me if I'm wrong here, is this game kind of similar to, like, what's his face, Tetsuo's arm in Akira? Think about that for a second, though.
That's not a terrible comparison.
Yeah, there's my one analogy for the year. That's okay. And on that note, I'm having a hunk of ginger now.
Carrion is Tetsuo's arm.
From Akira.
I'm writing this down for our show title. Yeah.
I feel like Joe's going to appreciate this one. Aren't you, Joe? I love how he can't respond until this comes out.
Yeah.
It's so pleasing for me. But my God, a Wednesday morning.
Yeah,
I'm going to get it.
You're going to wake up, you're going to get tagged. It's going to be like, what the fuck, Will?
Tagged. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you're playing as a horrible creature with multiple mouths, multiple tendrils, and basically it's not clear if you're a science experiment or an alien or what exactly you are, but you're in some sort of an underground laboratory, and you escape, and you start eating everybody that you see. You're playing as the monster. Instead of fighting the monster, you're the monster. The humans are the enemies. And most of them are just scientists that are pretty harmless. But then others have guns and shields and flamethrowers. And I played this game for, I want to say I probably put in about an hour and a half of game time between, taking out the garbage, petting the cat, and cleaning the litter box and all that fun shit. Uh-huh. And it's really quite clever how they do this game, because you have this sense of like power as you're going through the game, and as you start see the Tetsuo image now. As you're going through the game and attacking these people and eating them, you start to grow in strength, and you also grow in size. You get different abilities that you unlock when you get into like these areas that have like super secret projects. And your main attack is like using your tendrils to grab onto your enemies and like literally just throwing them around the room. Like you can grab somebody and just fucking throw them. And
Jesus.
It's pretty crazy, man. And then, if you take damage, if you eat them, you'll gain health. So like human flesh heals you, apparently.
Wow, this is totally normal.
Yeah, it's a completely normal game, and I think it goes great with our conversation about mental awareness and mental health in video games.
Sounds right up my alley.
They do kind of start layering in backstory through a series of flashbacks where you're playing as a human. I've only uncovered 2 of those so far, and I find that those sections, while they're very interesting, they don't control nearly as well as the parts with the monster. Like there's a lot of ladder work that you have to use as the human, and when you're going up the ladder, if you want to get off of the ladder, if the analog stick is not like perfectly precise, you end up just going back down the ladder again. It's kind of frustrating and annoying. But aside from that, it's a very interesting story, and I'm curious to see where it goes. I'm enjoying it. I don't know how long the game is. I feel like it might be on the shorter side. It is a Devolver Digital game. So I'm expecting something of an indie length, and just kind of the way the pacing is right now kind of feels like it's probably not super long. But, it's just kind of like side-scroller, Metroidvania-like game where as you get powers, you uncover the ability to go into new areas, and you can take on enemies with different strategies than you did before. I think it's worth checking out. At least watch some videos, see if it's the kind of thing you might be interested in. It's clever.